The electric cars to be a high percentage, and you get the electric sources to be.
Inside Bill Gates' $127 million teched-out mansion. From interactive floor sensors to underwater music to a full-of-cars garage, Bill Gates' $127 million mansion is much more than what our wildest imaginations of $1 million mansion suggest. Let's have a look at Bill Gates' $127 million teched-out mansion. But before we go on with our video, hit that subscribe button to watch more videos like this one. Now, let's get going. Bill Gates' $127 million mega mansion in Medina, Washington fuses billionaire luxury with high technology at the heart of Gates' working life.
It's a great machine. It's a step forward in terms of the way it uses graphics.
Building the perfect mansion. Built from the ground up to match Bill Gates' exacting requirements, the Microsoft mogul took exactly 7 years to get things right. Bill Gates spent time in everything from shipping in tropical sand for a private beach to putting a pair of hidden hideaways in his personal library. With this supersized mansion, Gates surely made a property that Scrooge McDuck would be proud of. Gates actually bought the land, on which this mansion is based, in Medina way back in 1988. Even back then, at the age of just 32 years, he was already noted for his full-on attitude to work. He is said to have personally checked every line of code Microsoft released in the early days. It should not come as a surprise when we tell you that Bill Gates took an equally hands-on approach to ensuring his house lived up to his luxurious standards and featured plenty of technical wizardry.
Hello, I'm Bill Gates, chairman of Microsoft.
Overview of the perfect mansion. It shouldn't be too surprising that one of the wealthiest people in the world also has an insanely extravagant home. As mentioned before, it took Gates 7 years and $63 million to build his Medina, Washington estate, named Xanadu 2.0 after the fictional home of Charles Foster Kane, the title character of Citizen Kane. Medina, a suburb of Seattle, is also home to Bezos, making it home to some of the wealthiest people on the planet. This glamorous completed house extends its area to almost 66,000 square feet, which roughly but actually makes it 10% bigger than an American football field. And let us stop your imagination right there, because we are only talking about the main building right now. Only in this much of space, Bill Gates has 7 luxurious and deluxe bedrooms and incredible 24 bathrooms. As well as having a long stretch of lake shoreline, the whole property is built into the side of a hill to help reduce heat loss.
The industry gets all crazy about some new thing.
Features of the perfect mansion. Amongst the main features of this $1 million mansion is a library complete with 2 cartoon-like hidden entrances, an almost 60-foot swimming pool with indoor and outdoor elements, a tennis court, a trampoline room, and a banquet hall that is actually big enough to host 200 guests. That banquet hall can do business, casual, formal, and informal, clearly up to Gates' choice. With a 22-foot wide screen for presentations, as well as a 6-foot wide limestone fireplace to set a more relaxed ambiance. Well, if you have a huge-ass room that can fit a party of 200 people, you also need a whole lot of food and a system for it, of course. So guess what? The Xanadu 2.0 has 6 massive kitchens, ensuring that whichever part of the house is hosting any kind of get-together, there will always be a kitchen nearby. When it comes to Bill Gates' workspace, where he can even write million-dollar checks or sign off business deals, Gates can actually do all that in his own 2-story library, which comes complete with a dome roof and 2 sliding bookshelves. Among the extensive stock of text on Gates' ornate shelves is the Leonardo da Vinci's Codex Leicester, a one-of-a-kind 16th century notebook which cost over $30 million at auction. One of those sliding bookshelves hides a bar, too. So it's all fun and reading and signing checks, I think. Technology of the perfect mansion. On arrival to the super home, guests are provided with a connection to the house's numerous sensors. This comes in the form of a programmable pin that can be attached to visitors' clothes or function through a mobile phone. As guests move around the vast and massive space, the mansion's built-in sensors interact with the technology and adjust the house's environment to match preferences. By being linked up to the superhome, guests can enjoy their personal favorite music, lighting, and hold on to your seats for the next one because the guests can have their choice of temperature follow them around the house. Unbelievable, right? But it's true! Want to be blown away even more? The floors are even said to be able to sense who is walking on them, and just in case you are watching a TV show and decide to take a stroll, you might just find that show follow you around the house as different TV screens. Wow! Okay, but we still have more. Let's say you receive a phone call on the main phone, the house already knowing your location in the mansion and will automatically direct the call to you, causing only the nearest phone to ring.
Last time that you have been at a supermarket?
Long time ago.
Okay.
Security of the perfect mansion. The sensors in the superhome are not really just used for the tech. They also make a great security system, with the floors locking the movement of everyone on the property, known or unknown. Even the music part is very smart, particularly smart, actually. Gates have tiny speakers hidden behind the house's wallpaper in every single room. Impressive today, but revolutionary when the system was first introduced. This means that sound is delivered throughout without impacting the house's design, and the system is extensive that if you're swimming, you can still hear your favorite music underwater. And you'd expect there is also a sauna, a steam room, and even a fitness room.
See those models of development, actually some fairly recent ones, including China.
Personalized digital paintings. Situated around the house are $80,000 worth of computer screens. Anyone can make the screens display their favorite paintings or photographs, which are stored on devices worth $150,000. So instead of a traditional artwork, his house is decorated with an extensive range of high-tech screens, which are so pixelated they look like actual paintings. The images are all stored in the system so you can change them to whatever you like at the time. Imagine how great it would be if you had to decorate for an event and you could create the room to your liking.
You read enough, there's a similarity between things.
Trampoline room, guest house, and the garage. No word on how big the trampoline is, but we can imagine it would be a fun alternative to your standard exercise routine. The exercise facilities total 2,500 square feet and also include a sauna, steam room, and separate men's and women's locker rooms. Gates even talked about this room in an interview, saying, "I have a nice house. It includes a trampoline room, which seems kind of over the top, but my kids love using it to work off their excess energy." He says that the success and happiness of his children and regular exercise are very important to his happiness. When it comes to the guest house, it is just as high-tech as the main house. According to U.S. News, the 1,900 square foot guest house was the first building to be completed on the property. The house, which has its own bedroom and bathroom, was meant to be a test of the technology that would eventually be used in the main house. Gates wrote much of The Road Ahead, his 1995 non-fiction book on the future of tech, at his guest house. Talking about his garage, what do you even expect? It literally accommodates up to 23 cars. But to be honest, there are several different garages at several points around the property. The most interesting one, however, is an underground cave made out of concrete and stainless steel. That garage alone can park 10 cars. Some of the concrete was purposely broken to give it a rough, deconstructivist look. Gates himself is a noted car nut. He said his first big splurge after Microsoft made it big was a Porsche 911. After everything we have explained, if you wish to see this mansion for yourself in person, you can glimpse Gates' mansion from Lake Washington. It is carefully hidden behind the line of trees that ensure that only the odd-angled rooftop is visible from the water. What do you think of this $127 million total tech mansion? Do you think you would ever be able to leave it if you were invited as a guest there for one whole day? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more interesting content. Also, hit the bell icon button so that you'll get a notification whenever we post a new video.